Hey boys and girls, welcome back to another edition of Crush Lusher Television. Alright, hope everyone's doing well. So this is called tangent and normal lines. We're going to get into normal lines next video, so it's just tangent lines. So let's warm up a little bit first. We're going to do what we did last time, find the instantaneous rate of change of g of x equals 3x squared plus 5x at x equals 2. Alright, write that down in your notes and let's knock it out. Here we go. Bam. Alright, here are my notes. So what we know about this, g of x is a parabola because we have x squared as the biggest power in there. So I don't know what it looks like. So it may look like that. I don't know. But at x equals 2, like something like this, 1, 2, I want to find the slope at that exact point. That's what I'm trying to find, instantaneous rate of change. So the slope at 1 point, not 2 no more. Okay. So we know that always write this down many times so you know. So it is the slope, so it's the limit as x approaches 0 of the difference of the y's. This is going to be 2, sorry. Of 2 plus h minus f of 2 over h, which is the change in y over change in x. So we're just bringing the points closer and closer together. This is what this means. So the distance h between the points is approaching 0. Okay? Because if I plug in 0 right now, I'm going to get 0 over 0, which is indeterminate. So I need to actually do some figuring here. No problem. And this means derivative or slope. Okay? This little apostrophe, this means g prime of 2, which means the slope at 2, whatever this is. Maybe it's positive. Let's find out. So equals the limit as h approaches 0 of f of 2 plus h. So I'm going to put 2 plus h here and here. So it's 3 times 2 plus h squared plus 5 times 2 plus h minus f of 2. So I'm going to plug in 2 here for x. 3 times 2 squared plus 5 times 2. Bam. Over h. Cool. Of course, you can pause the video, see if you can solve it, see if you can figure it out if you want, and then unpause it and see how you did. Always challenge yourself. Don't just watch this. So this right here, ooh, I got to box this. So I'm going to box over here. So I have 2 plus h, 2 plus h. What do you got? You got 4, 2h, 2h, and h squared. So that's going to be 3, then we got that 3 right there, times h squared plus 2h, and 2h is 4h plus 4 plus not. That's going to be 10 plus 5h, boom, minus, this is going to be 4 times 3, which is 12, plus 10. 12 plus 10 is 22. Bam. All over. Don't forget that h right there, yeah. So it goes the limit as h approaches 0 of, more distributing, okay, 3h squared plus 12h plus 12 plus this stuff over here plus 10 plus 5h minus 22 over h. Always do it step by step. It's much easier that way. Okay, let's combine like terms. So we got 3h squared, and there's no other h squared there, so it's 3h squared. 12h and 5h is 17h. 12 plus 10 is 22. Minus 22 is 0, so that goes away over h. Don't forget that denominator. Okay, so it equals the limit as h approaches 0 of, let's factor out an h like we've been doing, 3h plus 17 over h. H divided by h is 1. Now I'm going to plug in 0 here as the last step, equals 3 times 0 plus 17, and that is 17. So the derivative is 17, so that's really damn steep. So that's up 17 spaces over 1, so it's even steeper than this. Okay? So that would mean the instantaneous rate of change, the slope at x equals 2 is 17. There we go. Nice. All right, so why do we need to know that? Well, let's take a trip down memory lane, okay? Let's go back to our notes here. So more review problem. So this is what we did before. So write an equation for the secant line of g of x squared plus 3x plus 2 on the interval -2 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to 0. So between -2 and 0, that's what that means. Use your secant line to approximate the value of g of -1.1. Okay, so essentially what you're doing is this. So -2 and 0 on the x. So you know these 2 points, and you're trying to approximate what the value is at -1.1, right, which is down here on the curve. So these are the 2 points I know. I don't know what this point is right here necessarily. So I got to use this line to approximate it. So let's go ahead and do it. And yeah, it's a terrible approximation because this line is even close to the curve. That kind of sucks. Let's do it anyway because it's good review about linearization. So we know, we got x and g of x in this case. G of x is this, right? So we got -2 and 0. And we look at the graph here, -2 is 0 on the y, and 0 is 2. So -2 is 0, and 0 and 2. So those are the y values I got right off the graph. So the slope of my line, that dotted line, that goes like that, is going to be 2 over 2, 2 over 2, which equals 1. And so y minus, I can pick any point I want. Let's pick this, because this is the y-intercept, right? Because this is the y-intercept. So y equals 1x plus 2. I don't have to get fancy at all, because this is the y-intercept, and that's the slope. So I can put it in slope-intercept form, and just be done. Easy ease. I could use this point if I want. I get the same thing. Don't matter. Now, I need to approximate this. So g of -1.1, so that would be y equals -1.1 plus 2. So like I have $2 and then I pay $1.10, right, on something. What does that equal? Yeah, like 90 cents. That's what you got left, 0.90 cents. So g of -1.1 is approximately 0.9. Bam. That's what we got from our linearization. That's what we got from our secant line. But as you can see, -1.1 is 0.9 right there. That's not even close to the goddamn curve. Oh my goodness, that sucks. So let's use what we know to do a little better. So now we're going to use this thing called a tangent line. Okay? So pause the video and write this down. And then we're going to use a tangent line to approximate the same thing, -1.1 on g. Okay? So pause the video, write that down. All right, cool. Here we go. Here's my notes. So essentially, a tangent line is a straight line that passes through a given point on a curve and has the same slope as that curve. So here is a tangent line. So it touches that one point. Here is a tangent line because it touches one point. So it's a line. The secant line touched 2. This is a secant line. This is a tangent line. So the tangent line touches the graph in 2 points. That's what we learned before. But the tangent line just touches it at 1. So what I'm going to do, so this is the curve we just did. We did this just now. So this is our secant line, which sucked. But what if I found the tangent line at -1? Look, that's pretty goddamn close to -1.1, which is this. So this line is really close to the actual curve, not this secant line. So I'm going to use a tangent line now. And what we learned before is going to help us with our tangent lines. So everything we need to know about a line, so you need a point and a slope, okay? So you point and a slope. So we're going to figure out what this is. So we got x and g of x. So at -1, we got to get the point. So is the point there? Yeah, -1 and 0 right there. So -1 and 0 is one of the points. So -1 and 0. So now I need the slope. And how do you get the slope? You need the instantaneous rate of change at -1, which we just did, okay? So that would be g prime of -1 equals, and see if you can do this. Pause the video. We just did it at the beginning of the video. The limit as h approaches 0 of g of -1 plus h minus g of -1 over h. Boom. Cool. Equals the limit as h approaches 0 of, so I'm going to plug in here, -1 plus h squared plus 3 times -1 plus h plus 2. Bam. Minus, now I'm plugging -1 to g right here. So it's -1 squared plus 3 times -1 plus 2, running out of room, over h. All right, let us limit as h approaches 0. Oop, box method. So this is going to be -1h, -1 in h. -1 times -1 is 1, -h, h squared. And of course, I'm going too fast. Just pause the video. So this equals h squared minus 2h plus 1 plus, -3 plus 3h plus 2. Bam. -1 squared is 1 minus 3 plus 2. 1 minus 3 is -2, plus 2 is 0. So minus 0 there, all over h. All right, equals the limit as h approaches 0, as the 2 points are getting closer together, as the h is the distance, gets closer and closer to 0. All right, we got 1, -3, and 2. 1 minus 3 is -2, plus 2 is 0. Goodbye. Like terms, 3h and -2 would just be h, right? So it's h squared plus h over h. So factor on h, you get h plus 1 over h, because when you distribute, that's h squared plus h. H divided h is 1. And then the last thing, you plug in 0 here for h, because that's what you do with all the limits. So 0 plus 1 is 1. Woo! Damn. So we finally did it. So this slope right here of our tangent line is 1. Cool. All right, so we have our point here. We don't forget that. And we have our slope. So we can write the line. So it's y minus 0 equals 1 times x plus 1. So this is our tangent line. Bam. This is the line that touches the graph at the 1 point, and it's really close to -1.1. So now I need to approximate. So y minus 0 is y. 1 times anything is itself. And so now I need to approximate -1.1 on the line. So that's -1 point, so $1.10 plus $1 is -10 cents, right? Bam. And that -0.1 is much better than 0.9. Just looks like that. Yeah, cool. That looks good. And so g of -1.1 is approximately -0.1. Boom. Got it. Okie dokie. Now, what I want you to do is this. I want you to practice one on your own. Right here. So write the equation, this tangent line, at -3 and approximate this. The answer will be on the PDF. Check your answer. Make sure you got it. We're going to do normal lines next time. Good work, everybody. Take care.